Today we will start module 2. In module 2, we have class and objects, and this encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, also programming is there. Okay, and oops Python classes and objects is there in our classifications, and here sub classes are in our creating a class, self variable, constructor, type variable, namespaces, type of methods, inheritance and polymorphism. Same thing, see in in module 1 same thing it was there, and now also same thing it is there now, but little bit difference of constructors in inheritance. Super method, we will use super method directly. We applied only class in an inheritance and polymorphism. Now we will use constructors in inheritance and super method, types of inheritance, polymorphism, abstract class and inheritance interfaces. Okay, so in depth we will go. The class statement, again I will go for class, what is class and what is object. After that we will go for constructors. Already in first module same thing it was there, little bit extended here second module. Class statement creates a new class definitions. The name of the class immediately follow the keywords class followed in colon. Okay, class name colon, here after that optional class document in string, and here class short. The class has document string, which can be accessed via name, class name underscore document underscore. Okay, the class should consist of all the components of the statement defining the class member, attributes and functions. Now, what is built-in functions? In built-in functions of the class in your Python, class keeps following built-in attributes, and they can access using dot operator like any other attributes. What dictionary, double underscore dictionary double underscore, what is the meaning? Dictionary contains the class of namespace, the classes of namespace. And what is doc underscore double underscore doc double underscore, what is the meaning? Class, documentation and string or none if undefined. Underscore name underscore class name module. Module means module name in which class is defined. This attribute is main module. In main module it is there in interactive mode. Basis. This is passively empty tuple containing the base class, the order their occurrence, the occurrence of the class. What is object? Objects are basic runtime entities in an object-oriented system. They may represent person, a place, bank account, table of a data, or any items that program must be handled. This program is executed. The object interact by sending messages to another, and objects have two components. One is data, one is behavior. One is data means what is the attributes, and behavior means how many, what are the methods. See objects, object identifiers, and what are the what I told you, objects have two components. One is data, one is data means one is data and one is behavior. And data means attributes. Data means attributes and behavior means methods. Okay, already in first module it was there. Now in depth you will get it, what is the programs and how it is running. See, again I will tell you, objects are the basic runtime entities in an object oriented system. They may represent a person, place, bank account, a table of data, or any items that the program must be handled. This program is executed. The objects interact by sending the messages to one another. Or objects have two components. One is data, one is behavior. Okay, one is data. What are the data you want, or attributes we can tell. And what are the behaviors means behaviors you want, you require, or methods. See, Identify in object identifiable characteristics, and one is behavior. What is the identifications? How it can be uniquely identified, how in that program that uniqueness of that object is called identifiable characters. And behavior means what all it can do, what the object can do. Okay, what the work, what the work can do, that is called methods or behaviors. Yeah. Examples: shape, size, color, locations, etc. And here behaviors means what is the move, jump, speed, start, stop. Your behavior and your friend's behavior is changing, and your name, their name is different. Like this object and and in python classes, first we have to create an object. Next we have to insert init method, and we have to methods in class. If we want methods, any methods in class, our user defined functions, we can insert. And changing object properties, what are the changes are there in our object properties, what are the class variables and instance variables. What is class? A user defined prototypes for an object that defines a set of attributes that characterize any object of the class. The attributes are data members, class variables, and instance variables, and methods accessed accessed via dot notation. Means anything we have to anything we have to add inside class means we have to use in our dot method. So here class variable means a variable that is shared by all the instances of the class. Class variables are defined within a class, but outside any of the class methods. Class variables are not used as frequently instance variables. We cannot use frequently instance variables. Here data members are a class variables or instance variables that holds data associated with class and its objects. We have to associate it with class and the objects in our data members. What is function overloading? Function overloading means the assignment of more than one behavior on a particular function. Means in one function, in one name, if you want more than more than one behavior in a particular function. Okay, the operation performed varies the types of object and argument involved. What is instance variable? A variable that is defined inside a method belongs only the current instance of the class. What is inheritance? Inheritance means the transfer of characteristics of the class to another class. Okay, it will be inherited from base class to derived class. Okay, inheritance already I have explained. This is inheritance is getting from your base class your behaviors, and your characteristics are characteristics of a base class will be get from your base class to derived class. Okay, what is instance? Instance means an individual object of a certain class, an object obj that belongs to the class circle, for example, is an instance of the class circle. What is instantiation? Instantiation is the creation of the instance of the class. We can create, and this instance means it is belonging to a class inside the belonging class circle. Okay, what is method? Method means a special kind of function that define the class definitions. What is object? A unique instance of data structure that defines in the class. An object comprises both data members, class variable, and instance variable, and methods. Operator overloading. What is operator overloading? Operator overloading means that assignment of more than one function in a particular operator. In one operator, they have to they if they will do more than one operations, then that is called operator overloading. An example of class is dog. Don't think it is a specific dog or your own dog. We are describing that dog is and can do. What is the dog is and what the dog can do. Dogs usually has name and age. These are the instances of attributes. Dogs can bark. It is a method. Means what is the dog can do? That is called method. What is the dog is there in it is name and age, that is called instance of the attributes. These age and name are changing, and this age and name is different from one object to another object. See, Python class, Python is completely object-oriented language. Class defines attributes and behaviors of the object, while the object, on the other hand, represent the class. We have been unknowingly working with the class and objects. Every element of the Python program is an object of the class. Okay, a number, string, list, dictionary, etc. Everything is one type of a class. Used the program of the object corresponding built-in classes. These all are built-in classes. And even the function defined the def keyword belongs to the function of the class. Okay, see number 20, type number. What is output? Class. What is the class here? Int class. S is equal to Python type S. What is the type of S? Class string. It is going under string class. So defining a class in Python can be defined using the class keyword. Using the class keyword. A class typically includes the following members. What are the members are there inside the class? Constructor, instance attributes, class attributes, and methods. Constructor, instance attributes. See, in module 1, only overall what is class I explained. I didn't explain in between in-depth class. Now in module 2, in-depth of class and objects it is there. So now we have to explain. I will explain you what is class and what is the following members. What is the see a class in a Python defined using class keywords. A class is typically includes the following members. Following members. What are the members are there in our class? Constructor, instance attribute, class attribute, methods. One by one, I will explain you. A class can also be defined without any member. We can explain without any member. And the following is a person class with a doc string. With a doc string. Okay, doc string means if we will give class person and doc string, we can give here here we can give normally string object. And if we will write here pass, means there will be empty class we can declare. Here we are declaring a class, but our output will be null. See, P1 is person. If I will give P1 one object I created, see, you can declare the object of the above persons, and after that we can write in built-in classes. P1 one object of person and P2 is an object of another person. See, here we written. See, class person I created. See, class person and pass means in this class there will be no output will come. But here I declared P1 is a object and person. From person class I declared here P1 and P2 is another class, another object. So two objects I declared here. So now the following class includes attributes, a constructor, instance attributes, variables and methods. See here, class person, count is equal to 0. Okay, this is class attributes, means count is equal to 0. Def function, def init self of constructor, self dot name is equal to unknown, means self dot age is equal to 0. Instance attributes, def display of self method. What is print dot name self dot name? The above example of the person class count is the class attributes in itself is a constructor. Name and age are instances of the attributes. Name and age are instances of the attributes. What is constructor? In Python, the constructor method is invoked automatically. Is invoked automatically whenever a new object of a class is initiated, whenever a new object of class is initiated, when you wanted to create a new object, that time you have to use constructor. In Python, what is constructor? In Python, the constructor method is invoked automatically whenever a new object of a class is initiated. Okay, same as constructor in C and Java, C++ and Java. The constructor must have a special name in it. In it you have to create, in it you have to write for a constructor and a special parameter called self. In it, in between, in our parameter, you have to parenthesis, you have to write self. The first parameter of each method, first argument of your method is called, is must have self, which refers to calling the object. You have to call the object for by using self. However, you can give any name of the first parameter, not necessary self, but self is some standard name we are using for our Python. One example of constructor, see class person def, user defined function we created, and def init of self means constructor. This is a constructor method. Print constructor invoked. We will print constructor invoked. Now whenever you create an object of the person class, the init constructor method will be called. Whenever you create an object of the person class, the init constructor method will be called. Here p1, one object you created, p1 is equal to person, and what is the output which is coming? Constructor invoked means this p1 is calling from self person, and p2 is equal to person, then also we are getting constructor invoked. The constructor in Python is used to define the attributes of instance, assigning the value. Instance attributes. What is instance attributes? See, constructor completed, now instance attributes. Instance attributes are, see, I told you how many types of that constructor, how many types of the members are there in our class. Constructor is there, instance attributes, class attributes, methods. So constructor now completed. Now I will start instance attributes. In instance attributes are attributes or properties attached to an instance of the class, attached to the instance of the class. Instance attributes are defined in the constructor. Instance attributes are defined in the constructor. We have to define by using constructor. The following example defines instances, attributes, names, and age of the constructor. We have to give name and age of the constructor. The class person we taken, def init of self. This is a constructor. Self dot name, unknown we given name. S0 we given, means what is the output when we will create an object, then we will get output. Now we will not get. Now we'll get here an instance attribute can accessed using dot donation and instance name dot attribute name. Okay, instance name dot attribute name. P1 is equal to person we taken. P1 dot name. P1 is the instance name, your new object name, and dot attribute name. What is your attribute name? Name. What is the output we got? Unknown, because here self dot name is equal to unknown we given, and here p1 dot age is equal to, you can set your values on attribute using dot donation as shown is below. Means if by dot donation you can change your name and age too. Here p1 is equal to person, you given same, p1 dot name is equal to bill, means you changed your name from unknown to bill. Now p1 dot age is equal to 25. Now your age also you wanted to change, means p1 dot name, means what is the output you got? Print here, this one the IDLE method. In our normal method we have to give print. Okay, print p1 dot name, then we will get output. So p1 dot name is equal to bill, p1 dot age is equal to 25. Now instance attributes. Here you can specify the value of instance attribute through the constructor. Okay, here same thing is there. See, without argument we given, now with parameter we are giving. See here, specify the values instance attributes through the constructor. The following constructor includes name and age parameters. Means before only self parameter is there, now we added name, age. Okay, other than that self parameter. So class person we taken, def init we taken, def init of, in parentheses we are writing self comma name comma age. So here three parameters we taken. Okay, self dot name is equal to name, self dot age is equal to age. Now you can specify the values will while creating an instance. P1 is equal to person of bill comma 25. P1 is equal to person of bill comma 25. P1 dot name. What is the P1 dot name? Name is bill. And P1 dot age is 25. You don't have to specify the value of self parameter. It will be assigned internally in Python. Here no need to specify. Here self parameter internally it will be taken. Now here you can also set default values for instance attributes. You can have also default values for instance attributes. Default values means you will give your own name inside your parameter. Okay, first one what I told you, in instance, see first one only instance, only constructor we given self. Okay, this is the name and age construct instances we given. Now next one we given name and age inside parameter. This is def class person we created, and def of init of self comma name comma age we given. Self dot see three parameters, self, name and age. Self constructor, self dot name is equal to name, self dot age is equal to age. Now P1 is equal to person comma in parenthesis bill. This is string, so we given double quote and 25. P1 dot name is equal to bill, P1 dot age is equal to 25. Now here this one we given two our names also. What is the attributes? Okay, you can also set the default values of the instance attributes. In instance attributes you can give your default value. Default value means it will if any input, any output, any object you wanted to give, any object you wanted to give, it will show default output. See, we can set default values for instance attributes. The following code set the default values of the constructor parameter. So if the values are not provided when creating an object, the values will be assigned later. Setting default values of an attribute. Say if you will give the name, it will come, it will, you will get the your output. If you will not give any input, you will get your default inputs as an output. The class person def init of self comma name is equal to guest and s is equal to 25. Self dot name is equal to name, self dot age is equal to age. Now you can create an object with default values. Okay, P1 you created an object. P1 is equal to person and P1 dot name. What is the default name? Is equal to guest. And what is the default age? P1 dot age is equal to 25. Default age is 25. It is you are getting output default name and default age here. Where we can use these default values, where we don't want to get any input for writing any other values, we don't want only constant values we want, that time we can use these values for our instance attributes. What is class attributes? Class attributes are the constructor completed, instance attributes completed. Now class attributes. Okay, understood? Class attributes are different from instance attributes. An attribute whose value is same for all instances for a class. Okay, class attribute are different from instance attribute. Don't think instance attribute and class attributes are same. Okay, these both are different. An attribute whose values is same for all instances of the class is called class attributes. The value of the class attribute is shared by all objects. That value of class attributes is shared by all objects. Class attributes are defined at class level rather than inside constructor method. Okay, class attributes are defined at the class level. Okay, it will be class attribute you have to explain inside your class level. Okay, or rather than inside the constructor method, init method. Unlike instance attributes, class attributes are accessed using the name of the class. Okay, class attributes, class attribute, class person, greet is equal to hello. Okay, this is another class we taken as a class person, greet. Okay, the above person class includes the class attribute called greet. Okay, called greet. The class person called here greet is equal to hello. See here, see the above person class includes a class attribute called greet. The class attribute is greet. This attribute can be accessed using the class name. This attribute using the is accessed using the class name. Directly you can access through your class name. See, person dot greet is equal to what is your output you are getting? Hello. Person dot greet. What is your output you are getting? Hello. Each object of the person class can have this class attribute accessed using the object dot attribute name. Everything if you will write, if you wanted to create an object, you have to write object name dot attribute name. Here, this attribute can be accessed using your class name. Using your class name. This is very much important, this line. This attribute can access using your class name. Only you can use your class name. This class person. See, this is class person. Class person. Greet is equal to hello. Means they created class person. Greet is equal to hello. Hello is the string and greet one class object, class attributes. Okay, so here the above class person class includes a class attributes called greet. That greet is class attributes. So you will write person dot greet hello, person dot greet. If you will write, you will get output hello. Each object of the person class can have this class attribute accessed using the object dot attribute name. Object dot attribute name. You are creating an object P1 is equal to person. Person is the class. So you will create an object anyone. So anything. So P1 I created an object P1 is equal to person and P1 dot greet. I'm writing directly class attributes greet. So P1 dot greet, when I'm writing, I am getting output hello. And again, I wanted to write P2 is equal to person. If I wanted to get here P2 dot greet, then we will get output hello. Okay, changing the class attribute using the class name will be reflected for all the instances of the class. Person dot greet is if we will type, we will get hello. P1 dot person, P1 is equal to person, P1 dot greet. If we will type that, then also we will get hello. If I wanted to change that string, then how we will change? Class name dot class attribute name is equal to hi. See, when we wanted to changing our class attribute name, that time we will type person name dot class attribute name. So person dot greet is equal to hi. I changed here hello to hi. So I am writing here p1 dot greet. When I am writing, I will get hi. Means I changed here. I didn't get hello output. Why? Because I changed hello to hi. This is changing of attributes, class attributes. See here, we got hello because we didn't change here any attribute. We written directly p1 dot class attributes. P1 we created an object and P1 dot greet we written. Means we got hello. Now we created another object. P2 is equal to person. We got hello. Means P1 and P2 are the object of our class. And we are not changing any value. We are calling that p1 dot greet means greet is the class attribute. We are calling from our class attribute. See here, class person greet is equal to hello. Means greet to created and class attribute is equal to one string. Now directly we are calling p1 dot greet, then we are getting our string. Means greet is the class attribute. So class attribute, this attribute can be accessed from class name. So that we are getting p1 dot greet is greet, then we'll get output hello. Now p2 is equal to person and hello. We are getting hello. Now how to change our class attribute name? When we are typing class person dot greet, we are getting hello. And when we are creating an object p1 is equal to person p1 dot greet, then also we are getting hello. Means same object, same string we are getting. But when we are writing person dot greet is equal to hi, means we are changing the string, one string to another string. That time we will write here our class dot our object dot attribute name. Here our object, our here we'll write our class name dot object name is equal to hi. We are changing p1 object dot our class attribute we are writing. That time we will get our new string. The changing of the class attribute using instances will be not reflect anywhere, It will affect only that particular instance. It will only the reflect only particular instances. See person dot greet. When we are typing person our class name dot class attribute, we are getting output hello. Then when we are giving our new object p1 is equal to person p1 dot greet, that time we are getting our string hello. When I am typing p1 dot greet, how are you doing? And here we have to give double quote. That time p1 dot greet means how are you doing. Double quote here, without, instead of double quote this came, but double quote we have to give. Person dot greet, when I'm writing here again, we are getting hello. Means only on one instance this one changed. Why I am telling only on one instance it is changing. Another, when I am writing p1 person dot greet, again we will get hello. And p2 again person p2 dot greet is equal to hello. But here you are observing only on one instance it is changed. Other instances it is not changing. Changing the class attributes using the instance will not reflect anywhere elsewhere. Will not reflect elsewhere. It will affect only that particular instance. It will affect only the particular instance. In that particular instance only it will use. Okay, see here how I written this person class name dot class attribute. We got string, old string p1 is equal to person p1 dot greet. We got old string p1 dot greet is equal to how are you we written. So here p1 dot greet, but here we are getting new string. But again when I am typing your person dot greet, here we are getting old string. In this case, you can see only on one instance it is changed, other instances it is not changed. So here one definition, so we got changing the class attributes using the instances will be not reflect elsewhere. It will affect only one particular instance. It will affect only one particular instance. Now, in our class attributes, we written class person. Class person, total object is equal to 0. Def init self. Person dot total object is equal to person dot total object. Person means your class name dot your class object, class attributes name, your person dot total objects dot plus 1. In this example, total object is the attributes in the person class. Total object is the attribute, class attribute of the person class. Wherever the new object is created, the value of the total object is incremented 1. When you are creating a new object, your person dot total object is equal to person dot total objects plus 1. Okay, whenever whenever a new object is created, the value of total object is incremented by 1. You can now access the total object attributes after creating an object. Okay, you can now access a total object attributes after creating an object. See, you created an object p1 is equal to person. P1 dot total object 1. If the total object is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So P1 dot total objects means it is 0, 1. So now P2 dot person, P1 dot P2 dot total object is equal to how much? Is equal to 2. So now you can define as many as methods you want in a class using a def keyword. What is def keyword? In our use, we can use in our class method. Each method must have the first parameter, generally the name of as self, which refers to the calling instance. Okay, it will be display information method in a person class. Class person def init of self. We created self dot name is equal to unknown, self dot age is equal to 0. Def display info self, this is the method name. In print, what it will print? Self dot name, self dot age. Here in our Python, self variable is used to bind the instance of the class to the instance method. In most of the object-oriented programming language, you can access the current object of the method without need explicitly having its method parameter. The self parameter is reference to the current instance of the class and used to access variables belonging to the class. It does not have named self. You can call it wherever you are, whatever you like. Means without self you can give any name. And your self is used to represent instance of the class with the keyword. You can access the attributes and methods of the class in Python. It binds the attributes with the given argument. The reason your self is that Python does not use the syntax to refresh to the instance attributes. We can use our symbol also for another instance class. Okay, in Python we have methods that make the instance to be passed automatically but not received automatically. It will be passed automatically but it cannot be received automatically when you will write this. See here in our input class food I given. Here you are giving constructor name def init of self fruit and color. Two parameters we given, fruit and color. Self dot fruit is equal to fruit, self dot color is equal to color. Now def show, so I given another instance, another method, def show of self, print fruit is and self dot fruit. Print color is self dot color. Now apple is equal to food of apple red. Grapes, food of grapes green. Now apple dot show, grapes dot show. Now what we will get? Fruit is apple. Color is red. Yes or no? Color is red. Now here grapes is fruits. Fruit is grapes. Now here color is green. So here apple will be, there are two objects we given. Here two we are giving. See here apple, food of your apple and red, and grapes of food of grapes comma green. Here when you are giving in apple and red, here you are going for two. So fruits is apple, fruits is grapes. So color is red, color is green. So two both are red and green as for our second method, and your fruit method is for first apple and grapes. So we are creating this one self method. By using self method and init method, we are created one class and two parameters we given inside parenthesis. We and two objects we called. See here apple is called food of apple red and grapes is called food of grapes and green. This is also self constructor. I will tell you tomorrow what is the self constructor, why we are using. Any doubt up to now? Any doubt up to now? Students, I am giving you 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, you tell me. Otherwise, 5 minutes I am giving you. Any doubt, you ask me. Anyone is having any doubt up to now? This week you have to complete 11 to 20 programs control structure. I will explain you first, then tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you will show me which roll numbers are not completed. They will execute the programs. CR, can unmute yourself and tell me yes or no. Just you tell me yes or no. Saturday students have to do execution 11 to 20. Yes or no? Eighth one is not getting 100. Okay, I will check it. Eighth one. Yes, that one tomorrow I will execute it. Is it fine? 174. Tomorrow I will execute it. Oh, 174. Okay. Tomorrow I will execute eighth program, and all programs I will explain only. I will not execute. Day after tomorrow, you people have to execute. Any doubt, we will check it on there. 11 to 20. So try to execute all the programs, means 11 to 20, all the programs. Tomorrow I will execute 8th program. No worries. Okay, we'll stop our class. Have a nice day. Basic concept 14 to 20 not getting. Okay. Yes, yes. We'll see it. Control structure, all control structure 11 to 20 we will go for tomorrow. We'll see it, what is there. Okay. Only these three only, ma'am. Out of 40 till now. 174, can you unmute and tell me what is your doubt? 174.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is your doubt?
Ma'am, in basic concepts, 14, 1 and 20 are not getting 100. Instead, it's getting 25 marks.
Yes, ma'am. Same problem for me too.
14 then 20.
Basic programs, huh?
Yes, ma'am. In control structures, 8th one is not getting 100. It's getting only 25 marks.
Basic pro